We've been covering Black Beach Week in Miami Beach for a couple of years now. And every year, it's exactly the same. We start off with 300,000 black people creating enormous amounts of chaos, mayhem, and violence at Miami Beach. And then we go through 5 separate stages. 1, the local media does the welcoming thing, reminding everybody what a great place Miami Beach is for Urban Beach Week. Only reporters call it Urban Beach Week. Reminding everybody how much fun everybody's having, lots of pictures of lots of people drinking and wearing nice colored skirts, and everybody's having fun and smiling and laughing. And yes, maybe in the years past, maybe there was a few things that got out of hand, a couple of kids blowing off some steam, but we're pretty sure that's not going to happen again this year. Step 2, the next day, the very first cloud forms on the horizon. There's one story of one nasty bit of violence.
Breaking news tonight, a South Beach shooting now under investigation. Witnesses say bullets started flying as thousands were enjoying Urban Beach Week.
And all of South Florida is taking time to enjoy the extended weekend. From the sky to the sea, there is a lot to do over the holiday break. It has been a very busy Memorial Day weekend so far.
And we have team coverage. We want to begin Christian De La Rosa. He's latest on the South Beach shooting.
And then we also have Derek Shore. He shows us how thousands of people are enjoying their time outdoors. We start, though, with Christian. He is live on South Beach. Christian.
There was some really scary moments out here. The stretch of Collins Avenue near Fifth Street, as you can see, reopened. Police now not looking for suspects. They're looking for a victim. People rolling on their phones as swarms of police rush in and bullets go flying in broad daylight along Collins Avenue.
This crime, this violence, it's just disgusting.
People panicking, fearing the worst. A witness watching from a second-story window says he heard a group of men arguing. Then gunshots.
It's just nasty.
Why would you shoot in broad daylight with all these police with families out here?
A dense presence of law enforcement officers responding in less than a minute. 4 men taken into custody, and in a bizarre twist.
Oh my God.
Police say they can't find the victim.
There was some blood located nearby, which leads us to believe that there may be a potential victim or subject, but that person fled the scene.
Some out-of-towners are upset.
And now we're stuck.
Groups of people waiting hours to get their vehicles parked within the crime scene. Others not happy their safety was put at risk.
Coming here for vacation and then something like this happens.
Scary stuff. Now, despite this shooting, Miami police stressing things are still safe out here. In fact, they're telling us they've had 50% fewer arrests than last year.
Reporters kind of come and tell us what it is, reminding, or kind of hoping that we don't remember the day before they just told us this was never going to happen. But the reporters come in and tell us, well, yeah, we just had this nasty bit of business, but hey, it's still nice down here. It's really safe. Step 3. Maybe this is on a Sunday. Maybe it's on a Monday. Maybe it's on a Saturday night. Step 3. All hell breaks loose, and nobody's pretending this is anything other than what it is, one big riot.
Miami Beach police are investigating a fatal shooting involving one of their own.
The officer was forced to fire while going after suspects in another shooting. CBS 4's Joan Murray is live at the police department with those details. Joan.
While city leaders here at Miami Beach this morning said that their feelings overnight went from elation to despair as police had to deal with 2 separate shootings. Chaos on Miami Beach as 2 people are shot and die. Police say the first fatal shooting happened Sunday night, 10:45, in the 200 block of Ocean Drive.
We now know that it started with a dispute over a parking space. There was a report of 2 or 3 shots fired, called into 911.
Then police say the shooter and 3 accomplices fled in a white BMW with New York tags. Police say they pursued the vehicle and there was a confrontation at 6th and Alton. They say a Miami Beach police officer shot one of the suspects who was rushed to the hospital and died. The 3 other suspects were taken into custody.
Welcome back to the channel, fams. How's it going? I hope you guys are doing great. And you guys know, I gotta give a big shout out to the notification squad. What's going on, guys? Thanks for supporting. Also, I gotta salute the true MVPs out there who drop likes on the video before they even finish, because they know it's lit. And by the way, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. This is what I do. I do it daily. I also do it 2 times a day, okay? Well, let's get into this. Now, this is breaking news right now, okay? An up-and-coming New York rapper that goes by the name of 22 G's, 19 years old, out of New York, was arrested on murder charges. So let me tell you guys what happened in this story. So 22 G's happened to be in Miami over the weekend. Now, a lot of people were in Miami having a good old time. I've seen video of Tory Lanez, Meek Mill, you know, riding back-to-back Lamborghinis. Like, everyone was just having a good old time for Memorial Weekend. Things took a turn for the worse for 22 G's and the people that were involved in the situation. So the report is saying 22 G's and his boy were driving a white BMW, and they were trying to parallel park the white BMW in a parking spot. Just like me, they're horrible at parallel parking, but they took things a little bit too far. Now, 22 G's was in the passenger seat while his friend was trying to parallel park. Now, as they were doing so, they kept ramming another vehicle behind them. Happened 1 time, happened 2 times, happened a 3rd time. Then the car owner of the car they were ramming saw what was going on, approached them and asked them, "How many times are you gonna ram my vehicle?" From there, an argument ensued. Things got out of line. 22 G's friend handed him a pistol, and that's when 22 G's allegedly opened fire on the owner of the car they were ramming and along with his friend. So at this point, 22 G's and his friend decided to flee the scene in the white BMW. So of course the block was hot. Police were on their tail. They ended up crashing the white BMW. But before that happened, the person that was driving along with 22 G's was shot and killed. Now, 22, he happened to survive and he was arrested for murder. Now, this situation could have all been avoided if 22 would have told his friend, "Nah, let's not use the pistol. Let's just apologize to this man, or let's just talk this situation out." But I guess you gotta be a big old bad gangster with a pistol, right? Anyway, this is Thomas Live. You guys have a great day. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.
Gunshots at the popular Fontainebleau Hotel on Miami Beach this morning. Now investigators are looking into whether a feud between rappers led to the shooting. CBS 4's Peter Dench is there live. And Peter, you caught up with one of those rappers at the hotel. What is he saying?
Well, Elliot, the rapper known as The Game was not saying anything at all. His entourage would not let us get close to him. We caught up with them right here as they were leaving the Fontainebleau Hotel. The Miami Beach police are investigating this shooting. Fortunately, no one was injured, but it was a close call for one man. As the rapper known as The Game leaves the Fontainebleau, I run across the street to talk to him. How you doing? You guys okay? Is there anything we can say at all? He and his group keep walking. Anybody want to say anything at all? His crew members stop me from getting close. The Game gets on his tour bus without saying anything about the shooting. Miami Beach police say a gray Mustang convertible drove past the valet ramp and fired multiple shots into a white Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon associated with The Game. The SUV was empty, but a black Chevrolet SUV next to it was not. Vian Golson was sitting in the vehicle waiting for his brother.
When the gray Mustang came through, and he just came through and he stopped in the corner. I didn't see him exactly, but I saw just one Mustang pass through. And he stopped in the corner and he just shot fire like 6-7 times.
He thought he might not survive.
I was just sitting in the driver's seat. Other 2 cars was empty. I was the only one.
3 vehicles were struck by bullets. The Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon was towed from the scene. The Game's manager told TMZ The Game had a white Range Rover parked about 15 feet away from the other vehicles. The Game and his crew may have been the target. On Thursday night, he was hosting and performing at Story nightclub. The Game took some verbal shots at rapper Meek Mill, calling him a snitch. Meek Mill responded with this Instagram post saying, "We ain't rapping, fan. Handle your biz. I love this blank, LOL." It's not known if the game's harsh words spawned the shooting.
Well, I kind of thought this was kind of a high-end hotel. I certainly wouldn't have thought something like that would have happened here.
The Game and his crew boarded the bus just after 2 in the afternoon. It's not known what they told police about this incident.
Step 4. City officials get together and promise that's never going to happen again. Oh no, we're not going to take it this year.
And now at 6, new tension tonight on Miami Beach after a violent holiday weekend.
Thank you so much, sir. And you know what? I appreciate it very much. And you know what you did? You inherited a business. Go get a job, go build a company, and go tell me when you built something. Thank you.
The owner of a popular nightclub fighting with the mayor as he considers major changes. Mayor Philip Levine calling what's been happening in parts of South Beach, quote, a cancer.
He wants wholesale changes soon, but he's already getting plenty of pushback. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with CBS 4's Ted Scouten live on Miami Beach. Ted.
Ruta and Rick, today the police chief and the mayor touted that the number of arrests here in Miami Beach was cut in half this holiday weekend. They said the high-profile cases that we saw at the end of the festivities, that's all part of a bigger problem. That bigger problem is right where we're standing, Ocean Drive. Several shootings in South Beach over the Memorial Day weekend, a street fight caught on camera. The mayor of Miami Beach says scenes like this happen throughout the year and have to stop. He says much of the trouble comes from Ocean Drive.
We see a cancer, and Ocean Drive has become a cancer. We need to eradicate that cancer because we don't want that cancer to spread to the healthy tissue of the entire city of Miami Beach.
Mayor Philip Levine wants to shut down liquor sales on Ocean Drive at 2 a.m. instead of 5 and turn down the music. It's part of his plan to cut down on trouble.
Unfortunately, Ocean Drive is attracting a bad clientele of folks that want to party all night, go crazy, and disrespect our city.
This past weekend drew a lot of attention in South Beach. In the shooting you hear, one person was killed over a parking spot. Minutes later, a suspect is fatally shot by police. Saturday, another man opened fire at 6th and Collins.
The shootings involve people who came to town for Memorial Day with guns.
Miami Beach Police Chief Dan Oates says despite the high-profile cases, crime on Miami Beach is actually down.
We had 50% less arrests this year than last year, and we've been steadily declining to the point where the last couple of years we've had less arrests on Memorial Day than we've had on Labor Day weekend.
The mayor says there is no attempt to shut down Urban Beach weekend or exclude anyone from visiting Miami Beach. He said his proposals are aimed at an image change.
I want Ocean Drive to be a place where everybody can come. Every weekend, during the week, they can go to great restaurants. They can bring their kids. They can bring their families.
And one of the problems mentioned about this weekend is the number of people bringing guns with them when they come from out of state. The mayor said there is nothing that the city can do about that because all those laws are state laws.
While city leaders say the number of arrests over the popular and crowded Memorial Day weekend is down, they say it is the end of an era.
Urban Beach weekend is a thing of the past. After 17 years of trying to handle this and trying to measure success by the number of arrests or by the lack of shootings is something that we're no longer going to tolerate.
Now, there will be 2 separate shooting investigations. Miami Beach police say they will handle the shooting death that happened on Ocean Drive, but the police-involved shooting where that suspect was shot, that will be handled by Miami-Dade Police Department. And city leaders say over the next few weeks, they are going to be meeting to draft an ordinance banning Urban Beach weekend.
We will never, any comments that were made in any way saying that this issue was specific to Memorial Day weekend. That is not the case.
A very public beatdown on the streets of South Beach.
This is
Just one station with the video that shows a group of men chasing a guy down, apparently around 9th Street and Ocean Drive, stunning people who are seeing it for the first time.
Are they jumping? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Cowards. The attackers catching their victim on a packed street on a busy Saturday night, fists and feet flailing, pummeling him repeatedly, pulling him off the sidewalk and into traffic.
Were all these men adults? Because y'all are all jumping on this one person, and it's like, what did he, like she said, what did he do to deserve it? It's not fair.
All over the world, everybody wants to come here, but then you see stuff like that and it's a shame.
By the time it's all over, the victim lying motionless on the ground in the middle of the street. Onlookers finally rushing in.
Innocent bystanders don't want to be involved in an altercation like that. They can find themselves injured as well. You never know how somebody's going to respond to it. And then in these days, you just never know. It could have escalated to even more than just a physical altercation.
Another witness catching the aftermath, an ambulance and Miami Beach officers around. South Beach visitors Sunday night want to know what was done to track those people down.
So I want to know if that person's okay. Then if they are okay, then the police need to find out all the people who jumped him, because that's not okay.
Right now it's unclear the condition of that victim that was in the video. We did check in with Miami Beach police. One officer telling 7 News he wasn't aware of any fight, but they'd be looking into it.
Unfortunately, the issue that we have in Ocean Drive does not discriminate based on weekend. It's all year round that we have these issues on Ocean Drive. Now, to say that we're going to ban any group of people, any demographic, any race, any religion in Miami Beach could not be further from the truth. We will never do that. Miami Beach is a tolerant, open city. It's open to everybody to come and enjoy our beaches peacefully and safely. So I wanted to make that very clear on behalf of myself and the city of Miami Beach, that we welcome everybody and anybody to enjoy our beaches and our community in a safe and respectful manner. And I believe yesterday, on the 100th birthday of President Kennedy, who fought like crazy for civil rights, to in any way mention anything like that is disingenuous, disrespectful, and truthfully, is a little reckless with the brand of Miami Beach. So under no circumstances is that the truth or the case. The problem we have is year-round with Ocean Drive, and now it's time for us to actually get moving, do what we need to do to make Ocean Drive a place where everybody can enjoy safely, peacefully.
Well, that happens every year too, and every year nobody pays attention to that. Then of course step 5 are when the apologists come out and say this was nothing to do with Black Beach Week, nothing to do with race, nothing to do with anything. It was all one big coincidence. And the other side of step 5 is white people do it too. A couple people have been sending me this story from New Jersey, where they claim a bunch of white people were creating a riot on the beach. Hasn't been much video on it yet, but you know what? I just got a piece of video on it. So let's go to that white riot in New Jersey. So that's Black Beach Week in Miami Beach for the year 2017. Everybody had a lot of fun, causing all sorts of violence, chaos, mayhem, confusion, murder. Just like Black Beach Week last year, the year before that. Where the rule is, have fun, create mayhem, raise some hell, tear down the town. And if you're a city official, this rule applies above all. Don't make the black kids angry.